Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country is no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much, everybody.
They clapping hands. They clapping hands. Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Says So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, host is in Jiva. So now we back at it again with another one. We're going to the United States of America. Imagine if you had a president who speaks that in this type of language. These people are bitching. Okay, so the reason why I'm covering this video is because we have people like Abu Jacinta who are supporting Trump on his stance on immigration. Now, they say Trump does a lot of wrong things, but on immigration, he is right. Well, on which immigration? The immigration that gives exclusive rights to the Afrikaners, that speaks to attack our country, that same immigration? Is that the immigration that you support? You see, when people reason, sometimes it's sad, man. It's sad. And once you see which type of people you support, it tells me what type of a person you are. It tells me what type of a person you are. You support Trump on immigration, when he has cut or is busy cutting all the black countries and making sure that in South Africa, a specific race, which is all white, that he's saying the settlers from the German and the Italian, the Dutch and the British, those ones must get extra rights. Even now, he's fixing that they must get extra rights because he wants more of them. But AfriForum, ayifuni ukuhamba. Nkosi yami. Hi. AfriForum, ayifuni ukuhamba. They want to stick here. So my problem is with people that, and mark my words, because I promise you guys will come back and say King said so. You will come back and say King said so. After our brothers that we love so much, the Zulu nation, chases away what they call the undocumented foreigners and documented foreigners. They'll chase everyone away. After they are done, they are coming for us, the rest of South Africa. They're gonna say Amashangane Magahambe, because they, in their mind, some Zulu people believe that Amashangane means someone from outside South Africa. They know in our 12th official language we got what we call Tsonga people, of which some of them identify as Shangaan, because of the history of Uso Shangane, who comes from KwaZulu-Natal. Guys, it's crazy how other people reason. But anyways, I want to show you the pattern, because the same pattern that is going to happen in America, that is happening here in South Africa, it happens in America when you've got low IQ people reasoning on international matters. And this is what is happening here. So I want to play first. Let's listen to what Americans are saying about this and everything, so that we can get more perspective. But let me tell you, after our Zulu people are done with the foreigners, they will kick the Swatis out, they will kick the Tsonga people out, they will kick the Xhosa people out. They will say KwaZulu-Natal belongs to Zulu people. I promise you. The same thing that is happening in Orania, the Zulu people are going to do it. And we're not talking about general, every Zulu person is doing that, but the mentality of some of them is like that. And it's going to end there. It's going to end there. It's going to come to that point where we are saying people fear going to KwaZulu-Natal because they are not Zulu. It's going to come to that. Continue doing what you are doing. I promise you, we are not far from that as South African. But let's continue to listen to this video. Listen to this, guys.
I support our nation's immigrants. I recently posted about this hat, Immigrants Make America Great. And this is a different version of this hat because it's got the Mexican flag under the bill. I'm a self-aware Caucasian that's an actual patriot that understands immigrants bring in $30 billion a year to our nation. And unlike the
Somali Americans who grew up in this country like me know the challenges, but we have never seen something like this before. A president who is questioning our identity. But I just want to make it very clear. Somali Americans are part of this fabric, part of this community, and we're not going anywhere.
I want to say yes to dignity for all. Yes to loving our neighbors. Yes to safe communities that work for everybody. Yes. Because here's the thing. If they can do this to the Somali community, they can do this to anyone.
Americans, white, black, and brown, Americans of all faith traditions, and Americans of no faith traditions are here together and across Minnesota, and we are rejecting this hate and division.
To President Trump and the base that is attacking our community, we understand that you are here to divide us, to create fear amongst us, and to selectively target the blackest immigrant and Muslim community in this great state. President Trump has had a history of targeting black people long before he ever ran for any office. And we know that the identity of who we are is part of the attack, and also as being Muslims and being immigrants. In fact, we know in our community we have some of the smallest number of undocumented Somali Americans. Majority of us are U.S. citizens, even a majority of even that born in the United States. What we see today that's happening in Minneapolis is the authoritarian nature of this government and acting as a third world nation by targeting lawful U.S. citizens. We should be ashamed of that. This is a moment for all of us. And in this moment, we ask for everyone to show their humanity and to show love in the face of hate. And I know this moment will pass, but history will remind us of what we did in this moment.
And this is the type of people our Jacinta are supporting. Donald Trump. When it comes to immigration, he is right. When it comes to immigration, he's correct. This is what Jacinta is saying. Spreading hate. And again, we have to repeat ourselves every time because people will think now we are saying lawlessness must continue. And people must do as they please. People must do as they please in our country. By no means are we saying that. By no means are we saying that. But I'm telling you, she says this is what South Africa will be South Africa very soon. Next year, actually. Next year. Fear-mongering. He may be wrong on many other things, but Donald Trump is correct on the issue of immigration. And puts a video there because there's one Somalian boy who's speaking nonsense there. So by no means are we saying Somalians must come to South Africa, conquer South Africa, build lawlessness, make fake goods, sell it to our children must die. I repeat again, our problem in South Africa is governance, policing, making sure that the laws of this country is followed properly. That's all. That's all. I think I told you guys one day that when I read the bylaws of Kimberley, I was shocked to see that actually the bylaws don't allow tuck shops of foreigners to be close to each other in a radius of something like 1.5 kilometer or 3 kilometers or something like that. I was shocked that there's tuck shops in one street back to back next to each other, but the bylaws are saying something else. I was very shocked to hear that. But anyways, they say on the issue of immigration, Donald Trump is right. That is what Abo Jacinta is saying. Now, what do you then have when you have a political principal who then advocates and speaks like President Trump is speaking? You will then have the opportunist people who want to take advantage of the situation. In our country, we are just lucky that the president has not voiced it out the way Dudula and Mach wants it to be voiced out. For example, if Trump was the president of South Africa, it would give a license for people to raid shops. But already, what Operation Dudula is doing in South Africa and Mach is doing in Durban, they are doing it, the Americans are doing it because some people have got too much hate in their heart and they want to execute it, and they will go for the most vulnerable people. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes?
What was that about?
I don't know. These guys just randomly take me off. I'm a citizen of this country, and they take me off and they hold me. They detain me here. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. These guys are so stupid. I don't know what they're talking.
Did they check what they wanted to see?
My passport. I give my ID. I give my passport ID. Everything. They didn't want to listen to me. They want to talk to their supervisors.
And you said they take interview. I don't know why they take interview here.
They asking me, have you been interviewed or what? I said, no, I haven't been interviewed. They said they're going to take interview and soon as you come, they said it's going to be hot, so they just run off. They took it off. Because of you guys, they just they didn't want you to involve with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I get your name, or do you want to give that?
My name is Ali.
Can you spell it?
Ali, and last name Dahir.
Can I just ask how long you've been in the country?
Excuse me?
How long have you been in the country? I'm just curious.
Telling me what? 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 years I live here. Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you do?
I'm a driver. I just drive medical transportations.
Great. Appreciate it.
The citizens are going around now targeting Somalians. So Somalians, if you're from Africa, you know how easy you can. Some of us, I can see a Somalian. I can see the difference between a Somalian, a Pakistani, and a Ethiopian. Easily. I don't know why, but they've got different features in their face, if you know what I'm saying. Just like Nigerians are different from Ghanaians, and Congolese are different from South Africans. South Africans are different from Zimbabwe. The same thing that I can tell with the features. So it's easy to identify Somalians, actually, if you think about it. So the American guys, they will go and intimidate the Somalian brothers and make them take their ID out and everything, just like Dudula is doing here, just like Mach is doing here. You know, take out your ID. Where do you stay? Where's your passport? There's a guy from Mach, I think his name is a Big Man or something like that. So this type of things is unlawful. It's unlawful to do that and make people so uncomfortable. You know, in this country, same people who read their Bible, go to church, and their Bible is telling them treat your neighbors like you treat yourself. If a foreigner comes in your land, make sure that you treat them. No, the same Christians will be the ones who are perpetrating this type of things in the streets. So what is the conclusion here? In Somali, just like in Ethiopia, there are Somalians and Ethiopians who identify as African or black but not African. Some identify as African but not black. There's a thin line there because the darker you are as an Ethiopian and as a Somalian, the more discrimination you're going to face in your just like in the colored family. The darker you are, we've heard this from many colors. They say the darker skin colors, they even get called the K word and everything. Is the same thing that happens in Somali, especially in Somali, because you get the dark Somalian brothers and sisters, and the same with Ethiopia. So we cry for fairness, even though this thing has got nothing to do with South Africa, but fairness is good. No matter where it happens to, no matter to whom it happens to, we need to call a spade a spade. And I think the attack on the Somalian brothers and sisters in America is uncalled for, And everyone must have pride to say, listen, I want to go back home and fix our country there at home. But it is so funny that only applies to everyone except for white people. They are not the original people in America. They are not the original people in South Africa. But why is it that we must tell other people to go home, but they must stay in South Africa? They must continue to own the land. They must continue to own the means of production. They must continue to own the mines. Everyone else must go back home, but Lava Ababa special, we must not touch these ones. We must only, guys, I don't know how many times I must repeat this. I really don't know how many times I must repeat this. So everyone else is a foreigner except for the British and the Dutch that gave themselves citizenship. Ask yourself which king, which chief gave these people citizenship to Africa. That guy was chased away from Australia. He was sent back to South Africa. Why is he not sent to Dutch in the Netherlands? Why doesn't he go back to where his ancestors come from? It's crazy. We are now debating AfriForum as if they are the original people of this land. We are now saying AfriForum must come and give us solutions. After going to America and speaking bad about our country, they must come back here and give us solutions. According to them, they can fix the relationship between America and South Africa. Those are the real threats. You understand? The ones of tuck shop and what enforce the laws. Things will change like this. Will from the police, political will from the police to drive the constitution of our land. Problem solved. Problem solved. And now I saw, I think it was Operation Tudula or March on March. I'm not sure which one is it. It says in 2026. People must stop renting out to foreigners and whatever. What is it that you're going to do to me when the foreigner brother comes and they've got documents and they are renting my back room? If it is law, then we agree with it. It is law. There's nothing I can do. The law of the country says I cannot give rentals to other people. But please, I beg you, as African people, remember who are the foreigners in our land. Please remember that. The more you intimidate our African brothers and sisters, the more you are doing that. Please remember that you are doing it to one of your own. You are not doing it to the foreigners, and you know who are the foreigners. You know. You just fear them. You just fear them. I heard Jacinta must make a video actually about the video that she dropped. She said. Somalians and Pakistanis are calling South Africans lazy because they open the tuck shops until late hours. She said back in the days as black people, we used to go back home when the sun sets and everything. So for us, family time is when the sun sets. As black people, it's family time. It's not about working hard. What is the use of opening a tuck shop until 10 at night? The reason why my grandfather told me this, the reason why they never were in the streets after sunset was because of the apartheid police. You were suspicious in being involved in political activities at night, walking around. So that is why our fathers feared to walk at night. It was not a by choice thing. It was by default that you have to be at home. And it became a culture to say, tell the children that when the sun sets, they must come home. And that is the honest truth. And that obviously built the family structure, because now we are all in the house and now we can. But it was because of fear of being persecuted in the streets, being asked for a dumb pass in the streets, being arrested and never coming back. Listen to Upanyazali Sufi speaking about, I think his older brother or his uncle. The story that he tells, they just take you and your family never sees you again. You're walking around in the streets. They ask you, where are you going? You don't know where you're going. They take you. You go into your aunt. They send you something. They take you and you never come back. And that is the reason why South African people in particular, we had this thing where what are you doing in the streets? It's that fear, because we do not want to lose our uncles and fathers. Okay, so that's it today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Sunday morning. Thank you so much for donating to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Thank you so much for clicking the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. We're almost at 60,000 subscribers. We have to continue to educate each other. I'll be going live quite a lot this December. Please make sure that you will join the lives, and these lives are lives where you can join and actually chat with me on the live. It's not, we don't read only the comments, but you can join in and talk to me. We had a nice talk with our brother yesterday, and it was refreshing to share some ideas and to see people also that think alike. It's refreshing, very refreshing. But again, I don't have a problem with someone who disagrees with my views. I don't think my views are cast in stone and must apply for everyone. I don't think that I'm always right. I'm always operating in the notion that there is a possibility that I'm wrong and someone else is right. I'm just sharing my point of view according to my understanding and the wisdom that I have at the small little level that I have. And someone else coming with a superior logic, reasoning differently, I am easily going to be convinced when someone brings actual facts and says, but King, look at it this way. What do you think about 1, 2, 3? And then we debate, and then we win, you win the argument, and you win me over also, because I was like, oh no, I didn't think of it that way. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'm very humble. I don't take politics serious. I don't take life that serious, because I know we live and go just like that. So these type of things of winning arguments on the comment section will not matter when I'm lying in my sick bed. It will not matter how many comments I have won, how many people I have put in their place, and no. For me, I'm always willing to learn. I promise you. So disagreeing is fine for me. Disagree, as long as we disagree with the hopes to correct each other and win each other, and to make us see different perspective in lives, I'm okay. I could be wrong with this foreigner issue. I could be totally wrong, and Jacinta could be totally right. Who knows? You understand? But I'm just saying, according to how I'm feeling right now, I don't think that we are even speaking about the true foreigners in our land. I'm going to stop there. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.